Hey, welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody is having a great day, a great night, or a great week whenever you're watching this video. I hope you're enjoying yourself and you're staying safe during this pandemic. So, my name is Earthman. I'm a local Austin realtor, Austinite, and your favorite realtor. And overall, I'm unique. So follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, or Facebook to just keep up with me. So on today's video, I just wanted to talk about the difference in a new home build and a resale home. So let's first talk about a new home. New homes, you can either do build from ground up, or you can purchase an inventory home. That's a home that is already on the ground, under construction, or it can be a home that has been sitting for a few days, weeks, or months, depending on the area that you're in. So with a new home, it's going to be less money up front typically. So what you have to take into consideration for a new home is that if you're getting your home built from start to finish, I do always advise that you get inspections done. Inspections depend on the size of the home. Another thing to take into consideration in a new home build is the earnest money that you have to put for it. So that's anywhere between $500 to 1% of the sales price. So for a $300,000 home, you're going to be at $3,000. So the reason why it's typically less money up front is because the builder's preferred lender typically covers X amount of dollars towards your closing costs. So let's say for your home that you're purchasing, your closing cost is $12,000. You go to a new home build, you use their preferred lender if it makes sense financially, and their preferred lender gives you credit of $6,000 towards your closing costs. So you putting money down, of course. So let's say you putting $10,000 down, plus you have your closing costs, which is $12,000. And the builder's preferred lender is giving you $6,000. So with that being said, your cash to close portion would be $16,000. If you decide to go with a resale, one thing to take into consideration is that you have your earnest money, and that's going to be 1% of the sales price. So for a $500,000 home, it's going to be $5,000. And then you have your option fees depending on the situation. If you're in multiple offers, of course, option fee is going to be more if you absolutely want the home. So that can range from $150 to $200. And of course, it can go up from there depending on how much you actually want the home. So that's another thing to take into consideration. And then of course you have your inspections that you have to do depending on the age of the home, the type of inspections that you want, and the size of the home depends on how much those inspections are going to cost you. And that's going to be money that's going to, of course, be coming out of your pocket. And then you have your closing costs. So let's say for that home, your closing cost is $12,000. Let's just do easy math. So you're putting $10,000 down. Your closing cost is $12,000. So altogether, your cash to close is $22,000. So that's a big difference. So that's why I say that a new home build is typically less money up front. Of course, it depends on a lot of factors, and the most important thing is just because the builder's preferred lender is giving you credit towards your closing costs, it does not always mean that it makes sense financially long-term wise. You have to look at the overall picture and see how long you're actually going to be living in your home to see if it makes sense financially to take a hit somewhere so that way your closing costs could be covered, or if it makes sense to go to a different lender and disregard the credits from the seller's preferred lender, being that there's additional fees that don't make sense for you, the buyer, to go with their preferred lender. Now, of course, you can always get your home refinanced whenever you can, which could knock off some things if you do have take into consideration. If you do not put 20% down, 20% of the sales price, if you do not put that down, then you're going to have PMI. That is just another monthly insurance that the lender has tacked on. It's more like a risk fee, being that you didn't put 20% or more down. Now, for VA, and I love VA, the good thing about VA is VA will not have any PMI. So you don't have to put 20% down for VA, and you won't have to worry about that. So PMI, depending on the type of loan, depends on if PMI is able to fall off or not. Typically, you have to get the home refinanced in order for PMI to fall off. But that also depends on the type of loan that you're in. So it's very important that your agent knows this information, and more important that the lender that you'll be working with. I always like to use a couple lenders just to see how numbers are looking on both sides of the aspects. I wouldn't use no more than 3 lenders. It can get very confusing. And at the end of the day, numbers are going to be around the same ballpark. Of course, one lender can be less than another lender, but I don't recommend using more than 3 lenders. So for a new home build, you're going to use the builder's preferred lender. You can use 2 other outside lenders. That I'm a Keller Williams agent, I'm able to offer Keller Mortgage, which is a 0+ loan. So it essentially cuts out all of your closing costs and gives you credit buyer back after closing. So that is one thing that I do like about, always offer my clients. And even when I'm the listing agent, even though the buyer's agent is not a Keller Williams agent, that buyer can still use Keller Mortgage, being that I'm the listing agent. So it's really important that you just have the right agent that is going to work for you throughout the whole process, and don't drop the ball, because at the end of the day, this could be one of your most biggest important investments that you will probably ever make in your life, or for a long time. So it's just important that you have someone that is going to walk you through the process and help you along the way. So if you have any questions about new homes or resale homes, if you have any questions about selling your home, you want to know what the value is, if you're in the Austin area, get in contact with me. I would love to help you throughout the process. I would love to just give you information, because I think the knowledge can be power, and I do not mind providing the knowledge that you need for you to make the decision, the best decision for you and your family at the end of the day. I cannot make the decision for you. I can only advise you on things to do and not do. And at the end of the day, it's your choice. Once again, my name is Earthman. I'm a local realtor. I'm your favorite realtor, your trusted realtor, and most importantly, I'm unique realtor. So please get in contact with me if you have any questions. I hope all is well. Have a wonderful day. Bye.